Welcome to episode 6 of our series, Video Production for Solopreneurs. So I put together this series to help small entrepreneurs to have that ability to edit their own videos using their smartphone and a handy software, a helpful software called Premiere Pro. So in this episode, I want to talk about how you use effects on your videos. So even though you have very limited resources right now, or you might have enough resources, you have the best camera right now, but at the end of the day, when you work on your video editing, you would need effects. So I'm gonna give you a quick walkthrough on how you can use these effects on Premiere Pro. So let's head on straight to my computer and work on our demo project. So we're still working on Premiere Pro right now, and I still have the video clip that we recorded a few episodes ago. You can check the playlist on the video production for solopreneurs. Since this video is aimed for beginners, so let me just give you a walkthrough of what you're looking at right now. So in Premiere Pro, as I've mentioned before, you have the option to change your workspace. So there's an episode that's dedicated on the workspace. Check it out on the playlist. And when I go to window and go to workspace, there's the effects workspace that's predefined for you by Premiere Pro. So in a way, you have everything that you need in your screen right now. We have the effects panel here on the right, the essential graphics, essential sound, the color, libraries, markers, history, and info. But we're not going to be dealing with all of this stuff. I want to talk about effects in this episode and give you the beginner editor, give you a basic idea how effects are used in your videos. So basically, video editing is all about combining clips. Most of the time, when you combine these clips, you would want it to look more interesting, and you would want to dig more into the aesthetics of your video. So it's a matter of figuring out what sort of effect you want. So I'm gonna talk about a few of the most common effects that is being used right now. So if you look at the effects panel, if I'm just gonna adjust this, as I mentioned before, in the workspace, once you have this blue border here, it means this panel is selected, so I can just practically control it here. So what you see here in the effects panel, I'm just gonna adjust my mouse. What you see here in the effects panel is a couple of effects folders. So you have the presets here, which is predefined for you by Premiere Pro, but I have a few presets here as well, which I did on my own and save it so I can make it reusable. So there is another preset here, that's the lumetri. So this deals with the color of your video, and of course an audio effects, and audio transition, and video effects, video transition. And you can also have like your favorite folder. So it's as easy as clicking this here, and you can call it my effects. So in case you want to bookmark the effects that you like, you just keep dragging it here, and you would have easy access to it. So let's go straight to effects. So the idea is, you select an effects from this panel, and once it's on your clip, you would have an effects control at the top left of your screens. So let's say I'm gonna go and try and get the video effects here and see if I can sharpen my video using the effects here. So I have a few options here, so you can go and test each one and see how it works. But I'm just gonna show you practically how you choose and select the effect that you want. So let's say I want to use a sharp mask and drag it on my clip. So if you would notice here on the left side, top left side of my screen, and sharp mask is added in my effects control. So basically that's how it works in Premiere Pro. You drag the effects on the clip and you make the changes here. So let's say I'm just gonna shift to the non-proxy view on my sequence here. So let's see if I'm gonna up the sharpness a bit and the radius, you would see how it looks like here on the, if you pay attention here, it's drastically affecting my clip right here, as you would notice. So if you want to compare your clip before and after the effect, you can just simply click this effects button here. So when I click effects, that's the previous state of my clip without the effects. And if I click on sharp mask, so it's there, and it's that easy to get the effects on your Premiere Pro. So you can take as much time as you want selecting the effect that you want here. Okay, but something else I want to discuss is transition. Let's say towards the end of my clip, okay, I want to add this end frame here. Okay, so a transition, as defined in our last episode, is that bit of effect that you have when you combine two clips. So what I would do here is, on the effects, going to the video transition. Usually dissolve is used for this type of effects. So if I have dip to black assigned, this is my clip, I just drag the dip to black effect here. I'm just gonna drag this clip beside it and add another dip to black. Okay, so we have two clips transitioning using the dip to black effect. So if we check how this looks like, so that's how it looks like. So that's how you control the effects in Premiere Pro. Again, you should make sure that you're selecting the clip here, and once you go to the effects control here, the list of effects would be here. So let's say I have another video effect. Let's say I wanted the color correction here, which is channel mixer. So when I drag it here, you would notice this is my channel mixer now. Okay, so another thing that you need to note is this blue line here, which is the playhead. Make sure the playhead is pointed to your selected clip, so you would see what changes are being made. So on the channel mixer, once you see all the blue numbers here, it means that's the value that you can change for your effects. So if I make my red moving forward to 200, you would notice that my clip turns red. So you don't want to really do this. Just to demonstrate how you can manage your effects in Premiere Pro. So when do you need to use the channel mixer is when you want to isolate the different colors on your clip. You experiment with the values here. So that's it for the effects. Going back to our panel here, recently the latest versions of Premiere Pro have added essential graphics and lumetric color. Okay, so before we have that channel mixer there, now you can change the color here in the lumetric color panel. So you have the basic saturation, exposure. So if you are used to editing your photos on your phone, this is basically the same principle for you. So next episode, I'm going to be talking about the essential graphics. So make sure you join us on that episode. So make sure to join us next episode. We're going to be wrapping up this series soon, and we're going to be starting a new series. And if you have any topics that you want me to discuss, just write it in the comment and reach out to me through my website and my social media channels. So I hope you learned something from this short video. And if you find this very helpful for you, please subscribe and share this to your friends who would benefit from this video. And thank you for watching. I hope to see you on my next videos.